This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, 7th day of the month, Tuesday. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Roberts. It is Election Day in some communities across the area and many communities, of course, across the country. So if that is one of your communities, get out to vote, of course.
Venice has 2 seats up for grabs and also choosing a new governor in Virginia and also in New Jersey.
So we'll keep an eye on what that means, and a new mayor in St. Petersburg, which up there is a very big deal. So you'll probably hear things about that as you go throughout the day. One thing we're not going to hear as much about this morning is fog. We'll check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi. John, I'll give you my eyewitness Manatee County report. Much better this morning.
It is a little better, absolutely is. And in fact, the dense fog advisory does not extend into coastal regions yet. Manatee and Sarasota County and Charlotte County all excluded from the dense fog advisory, which does include Hardee and DeSoto County. Now, we do have a northeast wind, so that could change over the course of the next hour or so. But as dawn breaks, we'll see all conditions much improved across the Suncoast. Right now, we do have quarter-mile visibility down around Punta Gorda, though, and visibility in Venice has been reduced by about 4 miles over the last half hour. So it is getting a little thicker closer to the coast, but still much better than 24 hours ago. That's the good news. We're watching clear skies on satellite across the area, so when the fog lifts, we'll look for a lot of sunshine. Daytime highs will be about 15 degrees warmer than they are right now. And we'll look for a daytime high in the mid-80s, which is well above average by about 5 or 6 degrees. Complete forecast details coming up in a few. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic. First off in Manatee County, 301 northbound. Be aware of a little slowdown there as you approach State Road 70. Otherwise, all clear in Manatee County. A little more action there in Sarasota County. You'll see 41 southbound as you approach the Ringling Causeway and also along the Bayfront. Some congestion, also 301 as you cross over Fruitville in the southbound lane. South County, though, all clear at 6:02 on your Tuesday morning.
Our top story this hour, we are learning more about Devin Kelly, the suspected gunman who shot and killed 26 people inside a Texas church.
And we're also hearing a first-hand account from a survivor. ABC's Danya Backus has the story from Texas.
Overnight.
Who is the victor? You are, Lord.
People in this small Texas town coming together to grieve and remember the 26 lives lost after authorities say Sunday 26-year-old Devin Kelly opened fire inside this church using a Ruger assault rifle with the intent to kill as many people as possible.
He was going through the rows to see who was shot and who wasn't.
Roseanne Solis, who was still recovering from a bullet wound, watched the shooting spree in horror.
People screaming and people crying and, "Mama, where are you, Mama?" The little kids. There was a lot of children. I saw bodies with a lot of blood.
This morning, more information about the killer. Military records show the former airman was convicted of domestic violence for abusing his then wife and 11-month-old stepson. That record should have stopped him from being able to buy the murder weapon. But the Air Force admits they never gave the information to the FBI, which maintains the database used for the background check.
And I just wish I could have gotten there faster. I'm no hero. I am not.
Stephen Williford, the man who officials say stepped in to stop Kelly, firing shots that hit him, then with another neighbor chasing Kelly for miles, is now being credited for helping to put an end to the massacre.
And every time I heard a shot, I knew that that probably represented a life. I was scared to death.
An autopsy confirms the suspect was hit twice by Williford's bullets. A third wound was self-inflicted to the head. Danya Backus, ABC News, Sutherland Springs, Texas.
Here on the Suncoast, area churches are rethinking security, and that includes a look into situational awareness and weapons training. For years, Sarasota police have been deploying crime prevention officers to the religious community for campus evaluations and active shooter training. Firearms instructor Derek Jones started offering a church training program after the Charleston shooting in 2015.
I've been carrying my firearm to church since 2000. When I'm in there playing the keyboard, but I'm the last resort.
Jones says several churches have taken him up on the offer to provide firearms instruction to ushers and even pastors.
6:05 right now. The search is on for a suspected child molester in Manatee County. This man, Thomas Bassone, is being wanted for lewd and lascivious molestation. He's wanted in connection with a June assault, allegedly, of a 13-year-old girl. If you recognize him or know where he is, contact the sheriff's office or call Crime Stoppers at the numbers on your screen.
One of the most powerful members of the Florida State Senate is out of a job as budget chairman after being accused of groping 6 women and making demeaning comments. Republican Jack Latvala, who is also running for governor, denies these allegations. Governor Rick Scott says Latvala should step down from office if the allegations are true. Senate President Joe Negron removed Latvala as chair of the Appropriations Committee and replaced him with Senator Rob Bradley.
The focus is, I think, at least from my standpoint, is on making sure that people who have been mistreated feel comfortable coming forward and making sure that when they visit the Senate or they work in the Senate, that there is zero tolerance, and they understand that to be the case.
Some say this has uncovered a deep vein of harassment in the Florida House and Senate. Negron has ordered an investigation following these allegations. A special election has been set following the resignation of a top Florida Democratic legislator who admitted to having an extramarital affair with a lobbyist. Governor Rick Scott signed an executive order Monday scheduling a special primary and a special election in former Senator Jeff Clemens' Palm Beach County District. Clemens was supposed to take over as leader of the Senate Democrats in 2019. He is the former mayor of Lake Worth and was elected to the Florida Senate in 2012. Clemens said in a statement last month that he made mistakes he is ashamed of, but he realized he couldn't become a better person if he remained in office.
There are now calls for an investigation into Governor Scott's handling of several deaths at a nursing home in Broward County after Hurricane Irma. Members of several groups delivered a petition with 12,000 names to the State House. 14 residents of the rehab center in Hollywood Hills died as a result of the facility's air conditioning system going off. The Florida Alliance for Retired Americans say more government oversight of nursing homes would have prevented the tragedy.
This did not start during the hurricane. This has been going on, the deregulation of the oversight of nursing homes in this state, for 7 years.
The same groups previously asked the state attorney to look into the matter 2 weeks ago, but they were denied by prosecutor Jack Campbell.
The mother of a young girl is behind bars this morning, charged with her daughter's murder in Miami. Tina Farrington is being held without bond on first-degree murder charges after her daughter Tanya was found dead in a dumpster Sunday. Reports say an angry Farrington allegedly suffocated her daughter on Halloween, then hid the body in her car before moving the body to a dumpster where it was later found by neighbors. The investigation is ongoing. Florida State University is now suspending all fraternities and sororities at the campus. The move comes after a pledge died last week after a party. Yesterday, police arrested somebody else for a trafficking cocaine charge. FSU's president says the overall suspension will stay in place until students create a new Greek culture.
I'm imposing an indefinite interim suspension on all fraternities and sororities at FSU. During this time, fraternity and sorority chapters will be prohibited from holding new member events, council or chapter meetings, chapter organized tailgates, chapter events such as socials, philanthropy, retreats, and intramurals, organized participation in our Market Wednesday, and organized participation in homecoming.
President Thrasher also banned alcohol at all recognized student organization events during the suspension. Keep in mind, FSU has more than 700 organizations outside the Greek community.
The Florida Department of Agriculture and the Florida Forest Service are honoring active duty and honorably discharged military veterans for Veterans Day. They will be able to get 1 night free when booking a 3-night stay at any of Florida State's forest campgrounds. Veterans can book their stay between Wednesday, November 8th and November 13th to receive that 3rd night free of charge. What a great idea.
Very nice gesture. Veterans Day Saturday, I'll be on Longboat Key. There's a nice parade going on. And I'll be there with Jacqueline Matter. We'll be up in the convertibles waving our hands.
Sounds fun. And a lot of different things across the area, but one of them also is a veterans breakfast on Friday by Goodwill. And it's designed to help veterans get back to work. So there'll be suits available for veterans, resume help, all sorts of things coming up on Friday.
That's fantastic. It's amazing what that suit will do to get people back in the swing.
Absolutely.
So true.
It's a confidence.
Good stuff. And the weather should cooperate nicely with about everything, I think, over the weekend. Maybe even a little less humid, which, it'll be nice. Not that it's terribly, terribly humid right now.
No, but different.
Yeah. We'll look at the forecast coming up in just a few.
Also, first alert traffic and healthcare open enrollment is much shorter this year.
We'll tell you why Suncoast residents are concerned about their coverage options for next year when we come back.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Like yesterday, a dense fog advisory is up for the spine of the state. Unlike yesterday, we don't have it up for the coastal waters or for the coastal communities as well. However, that said, it is patchy in nature, and some places will see some dense fog out there that could interfere with visibility, especially during these pre-dawn hours when you have your headlights on. Remember, low beams and just ease up off the gas pedal a little bit. We do have reduced visibility around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, that's certain, and in inland areas of Hardy and DeSoto. Visibilities have been reducing along the coastline just a little bit, but they're still not bad. I mean, 6 miles is okay in Venice, and Sarasota Airport coming in at 9 miles is just fine. However, in places where we don't have reporting stations, just bear in mind that visibility could drop quickly as you're driving down the road. 66 degrees, the air temperature, dew point the same, 100% relative humidity, and that does indeed bring about the possibility of some fog out there this morning. Calm winds currently. We have a nice clear sky, and as the dawn breaks, the sun will go to work and mix away all that fog in pretty short order. Temperature, 67 degrees in Wauchula, 66 in Arcadia, 66 Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota, Punta Gorda, 67 degrees in Northport, and 68 in Inglewood, Venice, and Longboat, the hot spot at 69 degrees. So we have a kind of an active weather map across parts of the nation today, but for us it really is kind of benign again because of that big ridge of high pressure that sits in almost exactly the same location that it did 24 hours ago. Frontal boundary kind of meandering across the southern half of the United States this morning. Little areas of low pressure producing a potential of some stronger storms for parts of Nashville and into areas of Memphis today. Kentucky and Tennessee, the two hot spots. And then high pressure for us provides just beautiful weather again this afternoon after the fog lifts. Now, that front will slowly work its way southward and it will move through here. It's just going to take a couple of days to do that. Probably by Friday, we'll start to feel some of the effects of that front having moved through with just a little bit of some drier air and some slightly, by a degree or two, cooler air around. This is not going to be a whopper of a front, nor will the second one that comes our way on Sunday bring us much more than just a slight change in our temperatures. So, morning fog, mostly sunny afternoon, warmer than average temperatures today. A nice day out on the water, actually. North wind comes in at about 10, but watch for that sea breeze in the afternoon to bring us kind of a little bit of a surge coming in at about 15. Over the next several days, warmer than average. Friday, front 1 comes through. Sunday, front 2 comes through. Neither of them really slicing our temperatures all that much, but maybe lowering the humidity a bit. Back to you.
All right, looks good, John. Thank you. We'll be careful on the roadways this morning. As John mentioned, we may see more fog popping up as we go throughout the morning commute. Right now, things looking great in Bradenton. Palmetto bridges are clear. I-75 looks good as well. Slight slowdown 301 and State Road 70. In Sarasota, we're starting to see some volume coming up on Fruitville and Bee Ridge roads, but for the most part, no problems out there. And in South County, it is smooth sailing on I-75 all the way down into Northport, and things look good on 41 through Nokomis and Venice. It is 6:17, and it is time to pick your health care plan for 2018.
The open enrollment period is much shorter this year than last year, so we had our own Jess Dowdrick find out more about the questions Suncoast residents still have as they sign up for coverage.
The open enrollment period is open for the next 5 weeks.
I'm not sure how many people are aware that this open enrollment period is shorter. You know, previous open enrollment periods, it was about 3 months. Now it's only half that time.
The time restraint is keeping healthcare agencies busy, helping Suncoast residents pick the right plans for them.
Obamacare is still the law of the land, so we're not going to see any changes in 2018. We may see changes if a new law replaced in 2018. It'll probably affect individuals in 2019.
The bad news is the trend is that premiums are rising about 15%, some going up as much as 40 or 45%.
I just had someone, he was paying $43 a month for his health insurance is going up to $180.
Capriccio attributes the rate increase to President Trump cutting off cost-sharing reduction subsidies to insurance companies. So now that insurance companies aren't getting reimbursed by the federal government, they're raising prices. But that doesn't mean these prices aren't affordable, according to the Healthcare Planning Council of Southwest Florida.
That is not the case because premium tax credits, they also go up sort of to counterbalance that increase in premiums.
However, this year, some insurance companies have decided not to offer individual coverage plans in Florida at all.
All the major insurance companies, Aetna, United, Cigna, Humana, they all left. So they do not sell individual plans here in Sarasota, Manatee County, and they left the state of Florida,
leaving the Suncoast with only options through Florida Blue. Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
The push to make sure thousands of low-income kids do not lose health coverage is gaining new momentum. Congressman Vern Buchanan raises concerns about the Children's Health Insurance Program, and he's calling on the Senate to take action. What happens is that most of the funding expired September 30th, but states including Florida have residual funding. With Buchanan's support, the House has passed the Championing Healthy Kids Act to reorganize the funding. 9 million kids are enrolled nationwide, and that includes 3,200 in Sarasota County and 3,000 in Manatee County. This is such a stressful time of year.
I know it.
Because you feel like you don't understand all the options. It's hard to get information, and there's this looming deadline.
I know we've got the healthcare issue here at our station, and every day I think, oh, I need to look at those papers today. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Healthcare
and taxes, the two things we try to avoid yet are so important.
It's like having homework again.
It is, but it's so important.
Certainly is. 6:20 right now, still ahead. Scary moments in Miami as a man jumps onto the baggage belt before crawling through to reach the tarmac.
We'll tell you why this latest incident is certainly raising security concerns nationwide.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
See how it looks today outside. Oh, a pretty shot there. We had so much fog yesterday. Now it's a beautiful sunrise in progress.
Yes, a definitely different look, so you will enjoy that as you head out the door. We certainly have a nice pink sky this morning as sunrise approaches, and a pretty smooth commute, better with a little less fog near the coastline. It is 6:23, and of course, reminder to contact us on Facebook. I know Ray has some great pictures on his Facebook page right now from his garden club visit yesterday.
I went to the garden club. They wanted to talk to me about my story last week where I pointed out that the garden club and other nonprofits pay $1 a year. And I said, it's nothing personal. You guys do great work here. And I went out there to see them yesterday, and I met a Mabel Ringling impersonator to help celebrate the 90th anniversary of the garden club.
How fun. Well, the great thing about social media, of course, is if you miss any of our coverage, you can always catch up by going to Facebook and Twitter. It is 6:24, and a security scare caught on camera at Miami Airport is raising some serious concerns about airport security nationwide.
ABC's David Curley tells us what changes could be next.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it was a brazen move. A man jumping onto the baggage belt, crawling into the back secured area and onto the tarmac, where American Airlines workers in Miami quickly tackle him and hold him until police arrive. Miami police call this man's actions sensitive, and according to the airport, this case remains under investigation. This kind of breach is rare, actually slipping from the unsecured to the secured side of the airport. An official tells us this Guatemalan man was involuntarily committed for mental health reasons a few days before this Saturday incident. And when he was caught, he rambled about wanting to depart on an aircraft. No weapons were found, and no ill intent is suspected in this case. And we'll have more on this stunning security breach coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm David Curley, ABC News, Washington.
I am totally blind, and Non-24 can throw my days and nights out of sync, keeping me from the things I love to do. Talk to your doctor and call 844-214-2424.
Well, here's to first dates. You look amazing.
And you look amazingly comfortable.
When your V-neck looks more like a U-neck, that's when you know it's half-washed. Add Downy to keep your collars from stretching. Unlike detergent alone, Downy conditions to smooth and strengthen fibers. So next time, don't half-wash it. Downy, and it's done.
There's only one national orange juice brand that only uses 100% American oranges. Simply Orange and Tropicana ship in juice from overseas. Only Florida's Natural grows all of our oranges in Florida. Great taste, naturally.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 16th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival presented by Publix, Saturday, November 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, shark fishing off the Venice Pier may be a thing of the past. We'll tell you why the mayor is trying to change the city's fishing ordinance.
Plus, the latest on putting a daiquiri deck at the Lido Key Pavilion will tell you what the city commission decided last night.
And Manatee County is breaking ground on its first new high school in over a decade. We'll tell you what the school district says North River High will do to help overcrowding. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back at 6:30 on a Tuesday morning. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
I'm Ray Collins. I recall the last time the county had a new high school was 10 years ago. Braden River was the new one back then.
And they are in the football playoffs coming up this weekend. So
amazing.
A lot of progress can be made in a short period of time.
Isn't that true? Yeah, a new school already in the football playoffs.
I'm sure everybody excited at the progress that will then come from the Palmetto School.
Hopefully so.
Yes.
That's right. All right, let's get to that forecast now. Good morning, John Scalzi.
Good morning to you guys. Much better commute weather this morning, I think, over the course of the afternoon. I think we'll have daytime highs that'll maybe be just a degree or two warmer than yesterday because we'll get a jump start on the heating since the fog is not quite as thick as it was. We still have dense fog advisories up, though, so watch for that. As far as the Lakewood Ranch webcam goes, you can see not as much fog around yesterday. Yesterday it was polar bear and a snowstorm. That is not the case this morning, so good news there. Forecast for today will call for a daytime high that tops out again warmer than average, coming in the mid 80s, about where we were yesterday with 82 or 3. We'll probably be 83 or 4 today. No rain in the forecast, though. We stay dry. Now, we do have some changes coming up down the road, minor changes. We'll talk about that in just a few. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic now in Manatee County. Usual slowdowns in various spots. 301, State Road 70. Nothing major right now at this hour. Let's check farther south into Sarasota. You'll see a little issue there on 41 as you get away from the 301 fork in the road and cross over Bay of Vista. Nothing too big, though. And then South County map will show us a little blip there, 41 northbound after you get past to the bypass 41.
And I spoke incorrectly, by the way. The new high school is in Parrish.
Right.
Topping our news this half hour at 6:32, President Trump is on the second part of his Asia trip today.
The president is now in South Korea, and a big topic there, of course, tensions with North Korea. ABC's Karen Travers has more from Seoul.
A red carpet welcome for President Trump and the First Lady after landing at Osan Air Base in South Korea. The president's first event on this critical stop, lunch with U.S. service members.
Hello, everybody.
The nuclear threat from North Korea looms large. The president spending his day just 35 miles from the border between North and South Korea. Before a briefing by U.S. and South Korean military commanders at Camp Humphreys, President Trump expressing confidence on what will happen with North Korea.
It always works out, has to work out.
Later, a grand arrival ceremony at South Korea's Blue House, the residence of President Moon. A friendly welcome ahead of what could be tense meetings. The two leaders agree on ramping up sanctions and pressure on North Korea, but Moon wants to see more diplomatic dialogue. President Trump's criticized that as appeasement. At a press conference with Moon, Mr. Trump weighed in on North Korea.
We will together confront North Korea's actions and prevent the North Korean dictator from threatening millions of innocent lives. He is indeed threatening millions and millions of lives so needlessly.
Meanwhile, North Korea welcomed President Trump to the peninsula by pledging to strengthen its nuclear power in response to what it calls hostile acts by the U.S. and its allies.
One thing President Trump will not do while he's here in South Korea is visit the DMZ between North and South Korea. The White House chalked it up to scheduling issues, but also said it was becoming a bit of a cliche, noting that Secretary of State Tillerson, Secretary of Defense Mattis, and the Vice President all visited there this year. Karen Travers, ABC News, traveling with the president in Seoul.
New CNN poll shows the president's approval ratings are at their new lowest point. Overall, just 36% said they approve of the job President Trump is doing. In fact, 6 in 10 surveyed said they think President Trump knew last year that campaign associates met with suspected Russian operatives.
And Senator John McCain was treated at Walter Reed Medical Center in Maryland for a minor tear to his right Achilles tendon. He says it happened over the weekend. His office says he did return to work in the Senate on Monday, sporting a boot until the injured tendon fully heals. The 81-year-old Arizona Republican has been undergoing treatment for brain cancer after revealing his diagnosis in July.
Happening today, it's Election Day here on the Suncoast and across the country. The most closely watched race might be in Virginia for the governorship there. Republican Ed Gillespie and Democrat Ralph Northam are neck and neck in the polls. Other races to watch include the race to replace Governor Chris Christie in New Jersey. It's Republican Kim Quandago and Democrat Phil Murphy, and New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio looking to win a second term there. And for Venice residents, 2 city council seats are up for election. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. More information on the election at the website sarasotavotes.com.
In consumer news, there is a new email scam targeting Netflix customers that's floating around the internet right now. The scammers take the Netflix template and mimic it to tell customers their accounts have been suspended, and you have 48 hours to reset your membership. The email even sends you to a fake website where customers, of course, are asked to enter personal information. Netflix says stay vigilant when responding to email. You can always check your subscription status directly through the Netflix website. According to Statistica, there were over 100 million Netflix subscribers worldwide in the third quarter of 2017. Wells Fargo is facing a range of litigation from former employees who say they were fired after reporting wrongdoing to the bank's ethics hotline. At least one of the claims against Wells Fargo is class action. The bank has been at the center of several scandals over the past year. The filing addresses incidents where the bank charged homebuyers to lock in mortgage rates. It also includes another scandal where bankers forced thousands of customers into car insurance they did not need. Here on the Suncoast, it looks like shark fishing on the Venice Fishing Pier could soon be a thing of the past.
So what has prompted this possible change? Our Christopher Brantley has our story.
Welcome to the Venice Fishing Pier, a local landmark and hotspot. It's a perfect place to come and enjoy the peace and serenity of the water at pretty much any time, day or night. It's also a place very popular amongst fishermen, but that may soon be changing.
This is #1 spot, my favorite spot.
Justin Ho and his friends are Venice Pier regulars. They come mostly at night.
Enjoy the beautiful, nice breeze out here, and also catching fish is really fun.
But the fishing may soon be limited. Venice's Mayor John Hollick has put an agenda item on the next city council meeting to look at changing the city's fishing ordinance. The effort would be to ban shark fishing. Reason being, some damage has been caused to the pier.
If you get a big hook and you swing it too far under the pier, then you can catch that netting.
As it stands, Venice is the only local pier that allows shark fishing. This possible ordinance change would fall more in line with other communities, including Naples, that have banned the practice. It may not be simple. Law enforcement would need to have increased patrols to enforce the law. Plus, local fishermen don't like the idea.
This is a good spot for fishing, They should allow, anytime,
Justin Ho fears this may be the beginning to banning fishing altogether. As city ordinances go, they usually require a public hearing before anything really changes. That would give an opportunity to the public to let their city council members know how they feel about this potential ban. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
An effort to transform the Lido Beach concession stand into a daiquiri deck is getting mixed reviews. The concession stand needs over $3 million worth of renovations, which the city says it does not have. Under the proposed agreement, Daiquiri Deck would pay for about $1.9 million of the renovations. In return, they would be granted a 10-year lease to build a 200-seat restaurant and ice cream parlor. But the move met with mixed reviews.
The old charm of this place is once it's gone forever. Once you lose something like this and you go modern with all that goes with it, more traffic, more late night stuff.
I don't agree. I mean, life is about changing, and I think our community has demonstrated over the last 10 years how we've assimilated change into our community. I think as things change, sometimes things get better.
In addition to the cost of the renovation, Daiquiri Deck owners will also pay an annual rent that would start off at $80,000 and increase to $100,000 a year after the third year. Sarasota City Commissioners agreed to table the vote on the new lease, but they are expected to vote next month.
Palmetto is now the 5th and final city in Manatee County to agree to ban medical marijuana dispensaries in the area. Bradenton, Holmes Beach, Anna Maria, and Bradenton Beach have already passed similar bans. The one exception is unincorporated Manatee County, where dispensaries are allowed. The future of the bans are dependent on the outcome of several lawsuits filed against the state.
A lawsuit has been filed in an effort to prevent the project known as Aqua by the Bay. Court documents were filed by a number of residents of Manatee County, along with the environmental organization Suncoast Waterkeepers. According to court papers, the group is questioning the land development codes and how the county commission handled the public process. The commission approved the project last month, making way for thousands of new homes and retail space, but residents living near the project still express opposition to the plan. For updates on all these developing stories, local or national, you're going to want to download the latest updated version of our app. iPhone users, go to the App Store. You want to search for WWSB and My Suncoast. Android users will get this update automatically.
A historic home in Bradenton will soon be coming down. The City Architectural Review Board approved the plan to demolish the Covington House at a public hearing. The Covington House was built back in 1911 in what was a segregated African-American community. It's one of the only properties from that community that still stands today. Work to restore that house began in 2007, but during the recession, money never came through to save it.
The Manatee County School District is set to break ground on its first new high school in over a decade today. The groundbreaking ceremony for North River High School will begin at 11 a.m. in the southeast corner of Martha Road and Erie Road in Parrish. North River High will have specialized programs with an emphasis on engineering, agriculture, and automotive work. The county is hoping to solve their big overcrowding issues. North River High will welcome 2,400 students when it opens, but not till August of 2019. That's very exciting.
Yeah, exciting day for Manatee County. Yeah.
Always good to see that development, and Parrish is exploding if you have not
Isn't
been
it
out there.
amazing?
It's so
It's
neat.
incredible how fast it's going to turn into another Lakewood Ranch before you know it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have across our region some changing weather. I think over the next couple of days you're going to notice some lower humidity, maybe a degree or two lower temperature. We'll talk about that in a sec.
All right, sounds good. Also, first alert traffic. And is your home making you sick?
We'll take a closer look at that when we come back.
Take the trolley to Siesta Beach for the Crystal Classic Sand Sculpting Festival, November 10th through 13th. See master sand sculptors create works of art. It's family fun with hands-on kids activities, sand sculpting lessons, music, food, a party tent, and more. Visit SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
It's bigger and better. The Siesta Key Crystal Classic Sand Sculpting Festival, November 10th through 13th. 24 international artists create massive sand sculptures. Enjoy 4 days and 2 nights with live music, food, a party tent, and more. See SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com for details.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So conditions this morning are better than they were 24 hours ago for your morning commute, but there is still a dense fog advisory mostly along the spine of the state where cooling is more efficient. So you're getting a little bit thicker fog in Hardee and DeSoto counties. However, we've still got some patchy fog that has limited visibility to a quarter mile or less in and around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor particularly. So watch for that, and there could be still over the course of the next half hour to hour, some areas that develop a little bit more fog. We have a general light northeasterly wind flow that could push some of this fog into areas of Manatee and Sarasota County, particularly inland Manatee and Sarasota County. That said, things will rapidly, as dawn is breaking, begin to improve across the region. Still have 20.25 quarter mile visibility in Punta Gorda. Still have reduced visibilities in Venice, down about 4 miles over the last hour. And Sarasota's not too bad, coming in with almost 10-mile visibility, which is as good as was reported. So across the region, just watch, because the fog can come up on you very, very quickly. In some places, absolutely no problem. In other places, not so. 66 the air temperature, dew point is a match, and that's why I say to be vigilant, just because that temperature dew point match means that the atmosphere is kind of ready to produce fog. You just try to cool it a little more and fog will form. So calm winds out there currently at the airport. Temperatures pretty much the same everywhere you look, in the mid to upper 60s everywhere. So across the region, a stalled frontal boundary will slowly make its way south. It'll take some time to do that, probably arriving here on Friday. And then high pressure for us provides us with, again, fair weather, sunny skies, and some mild temperatures this afternoon. A little bit of morning fog, then afternoon sunshine, followed by warmer than average temperatures, again coming in the mid 80s as we did yesterday. Titan rainfall, well, there's not much across the state. Wasn't any yesterday, and won't be any today either. You have to go really into the Ohio Valley, stretching down into Kentucky and Tennessee before you start to see any kind of rainfall that could actually create some issues with air travel. Perhaps Raleigh-Durham Airport later on today might also see some stronger storms around. For us, though, everything looks pretty quiet, so that's good news. For beach and boating, north wind at about 10 becomes northwest with sea breeze in the afternoon and a bit breezy. We'll watch for two fronts later in the week, Friday and Sunday, both with a chance of rain, but not much of a chance, and the temperatures drop only a few degrees. Back to you.
All right, sounds good, John. Thank you very much. We're starting to see a little volume now building on the roadways. 647, people heading out the door. 301 at State Road 70 filling up. A little bit of a volume at downtown 9th Street in Bradenton as well. But I-75 looks great. Some good news there. Note they are resurfacing the roadway at University Parkway down to Fruitville. So you may notice the loose gravel and need to slow down a little bit there. But all lanes are open now. Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark Road's not showing any major backups. Little volume on Bee Ridge, and things looking pretty good in South County down toward Northport. In this hour's Health Smart, is your home making you sick? Kim Hutcherson shows us some of the not so obvious things that could be affecting your health.
You probably know about the home products and appliances that can jeopardize your health, like cleaners, laundry detergent pods, and space heaters. But do you recognize the threats that are not so obvious? Medical News Today highlights some to watch for. First, dust. 45 toxic chemicals are commonly found in your home's dust, according to researchers at George Washington University. 10 of those toxins lurk in 90% of homes across the country. If you love scented candles, beware of what you buy. Researchers at South Carolina State University found that paraffin-based candles emit toxic chemicals like toluene and benzene. Antibacterial soap. There's no evidence that proves it's better than plain soap and water. There's also no proof that the antibacterial ingredients are safe for people in the long term. Finally, indoor plants and flowers. They may be pretty, but they can also be tempting for young children who often want to put things in their mouths. So always be mindful of where you place your potted plants. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Will premiere Sunday. Entertainment news now. ABC iconic series American Idol will return Sunday, March 11th. Ryan Seacrest announced the news yesterday on Live with Kelly and Ryan. The nationwide search for the next superstar kicked off in August as the Idol bus traveled from Portland, Oregon to Orlando in its pursuit for talent. The superstar judges for the season include Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie. Seacrest will host the show again. Plus, another part of the entertainment world shuts the door on Harvey Weinstein. This time, it's the Television Academy, the organization which helps with the Emmys. voted to expel the disgraced mogul permanently. More than 60 women have accused Weinstein of harassment or sexual harassment. The Producers Guild of America banned Weinstein last week. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and BAFTA, its British counterpart, have also turned their backs on Weinstein. And here on the Suncoast, Tony Bennett is coming back to the Van Wezel Saturday, March 10th. His original date was canceled due to Hurricane Irma, so tickets go on sale on Friday. I did some digging. You know how old he is now?
I have no idea, actually. Good question.
91.
Stop it.
From Queens, New York. And guess how tall he is? I'll give you three choices. Is he 5'7", 6 feet, or 6'2"?
I think he's small, 5'7".
He's only 5'7".
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
That's very common in the performing industry,
Yeah.
actually. We just think everybody's tall.
I know.
Listen, I run into these problems. I'm 5'2", and it's the first thing everybody says. I had no idea you were so
I know.
short.
And I'm 6'2". I get just the opposite. You're shorter on TV right now.
Yes, I am.
Up next, your top local news headlines and an engagement on live television.
We'll tell you how a football fan made sure everyone knew he was proposing when we come back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye. And over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
It is 6:54, and here are some of the top stories we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
The city of Venice may put a ban on shark fishing on the pier. The mayor says the hooks can damage the dock.
Plus, Manatee County will break ground later this morning on a new high school in Parrish. The North River High School is set to open in time for the 2019 school year. It's the county's first new high school in over a decade.
It's Election Day in Venice. 2 seats from the Venice City Council up for grabs today. Polls open in 6 minutes, and they close at 7 p.m.
Taking a look at First Alert traffic this morning, we do have an accident way out east on Brownsville Street. That is just north and west of Arcadia. So something to keep in mind if you happen to be out that way. Maybe your friend
Becky.
Becky.
Yep.
That's past Becky. She's past Mayaka out there. Checking out the rest of the area, no major accidents or delays to report. John?
We are looking at some very quiet weather across the Suncoast compared to 24 hours ago. We do have some dense fog advisory still in effect till 9 a.m. in inland areas, Hardy to Soto. Nothing along the coastline, though. There is some patchy dense fog around. Watch for that, particularly around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. Otherwise, temperatures in the 80s.
The Green Bay Packers lost last night, but there were some fireworks afterwards anyway. A lifelong Packers fan named Mike was talking about living in the Virgin Islands and how he has tried to see his girlfriend there. But he's then had this little comment that changed everything. Listen to this.
My girlfriend, and I got something special. Angie, you mean the life to me right now. And 2 women kept me away from you, Irma and Maria, but now I'm here. Will you marry me?
She did say yes. A couple said they'd even be open to a wedding ceremony at Lambeau Field. Congratulations to Mike and Angie.
Woof. Okay.
Now, has there ever been one of these on-air proposals where the woman said,
we don't air those. Come on, we wouldn't do that to the guy. I would absolutely refuse to air that.
How disheartening would that be? Disheartening. Oh my
I made sure
gosh.
when I proposed, I kept the crowd small around me.
Just in case. Right?
Just in case. All right, stick around. Good Morning America is up next.
Enjoy your Tuesdays, folks.